reminisce, I reminisce.
Here we suffering of generation must be endured to achieve a divine end. Oh, 1986. That was a good year. Was it Jupiter? Was it just it's Earth? It just fucked up. Worship. Of course they watch it. I just wanted to find people like that. She doesn't look attractive. Just because I dated a girl whose hair was like that. I mean, she had more like a fade, but her hair was short. That too. She was bad. I don't know how. I don't even think that was so long. I don't even remember how I fucked that up. I know it was me.
Jordan, tell me something good. Well, you're right. It checks out. He's hiding out around the Superior Moon.
Excellent.
Look at this woman. She's missing an eye. I can't bang that.
Superior. No one has left that moon in over 600 years. Anyone who even flies close to it is never heard from again.
Superstitions.
No. Superstitions are the crazy rumors about what happened on that planet. These are facts.
You worry too much.
You know what I worry too
Well, I
much?
mean, I think she would know if people went missing.
We wait for him to leave.
And they went over there and they never came back. We know where they went. Hey, is that?
He's not worth it.
This the Indian guy.
I'm wasting my time, aren't I?
I don't know his name. I've seen him. Is a comedian.
I don't need another hunter swooping in.
Who is swooping? No one is crazy enough to go there.
He
I
clearly
know he
is.
was in that the Eternals.
And so am I, so claim him, or I will find another agent.
Okay, alright, you know what? There, you're the boss.
Oh, that's cool. I like the reflection.
Thank you.
Listen, kid. I'll see you on the other side.
I think that's the picture I see. Like people took a screenshot of that. It's like, oh, look how ugly she is. Wait a minute, you still using CDs back then? Why don't you just pull out a vinyl? Like we busy. Like physical media is going away now. I'm talking about you go out in space just casually. Think you'll have physical media here? Like no. I don't even think we're gonna circle back to it. I know people saying like vinyl's kind of coming back now, but it's still collectors items. Like people don't start buying it on a regular like they used to. Okay. Okay, that's cool. She just beating robots' ass to the hip sounds of the 80s. Well, I push to the limit because the limit walk on the breezes edge. Oh, whoa. The hell? That's the first time the frame rates have dropped. It was at 28.6. So I got on 30. I wonder why it dropped. I don't have the settings high. It's all OBS. Anyway, I mean, that seemed interesting. I mean, I had to see some more gameplay. It wasn't quite long enough. It seemed interesting. I mean, I don't get how it's woke, but I guess, you know, with that, that woman, like, she was mixed or something, like black and Asian or something. What I mean, it's just probably the actual model they used, but maybe because she's bald, like I figured that she's supposed to be have long hair or something. That's it can't even come out yet. It's woke. And like I did see people, like someone had, I don't know who it was, but because somebody retweeted it, not retweeted, but they, well, yeah, I guess they retweeted it or reposted it, but it was like a screenshot of her, this woman's face, and the character from Stellar Blade. It was like, when the West make a woman, when the East make a woman. I was like, yeah, like you know, like listen, I get it. I have no problem with smut, but it's like it don't need to be in everything, and because you like it's not in enough stuff. Now it's like some agenda to get rid of or to turn people gay, or like I was saying, people to turn people trans or some shit. Like just because they don't over sexualize women in these things like they used to. Like especially I remember Mortal Kombat. I remember that people talking about that because what was it? I think it was Mortal Kombat 9. When I remember people was like the outfits were better for them because it was like more interesting. I was like compared to I think 11. I'm like you have lost your mind. Like you think the outfits in Mortal Kombat 9 for the women anyway were more interesting than the outfits in Mortal Kombat 11 for women because it was more going on with that play. Like, dude, you just like big tits and nice firm ass because they have big asses and like tight asses. But I'm like, dude, it's just fine. But stop trying to make this like something like it's bigger than it is. Just say like you want it unattractive. You want a woman with big tits and that's what's gonna sell it for you, and that's what you're used to, or what have you. Now they trying to make like some big conspiracy, like to make women ugly because they want to turn people gay or trans. And like I've literally seen people say that. I was like, hey, you okay? I don't even know. I was like, I don't even know anymore. Like or they replace the white people because they put a black person as the main character. So they put just a non-white person, and then the people are like, well, we voting with our dollars, which is fine. But if that's the only reason, because you doing this before the game came out, and you complaining about that, so if the only reason that you are complaining about the game is because the protagonist is black or non-white or non-straight or just homosexual, if that is your argument, and like we're voting with our dollars, like can you imagine if I said, you know what, I'm voting with my dollars. I'm not buying any game that has a white guy as the main character. Now, mind you, you're talking about different power dynamics, and there's so many white characters. I'm like, there's so many. So why is that a problem? They have a few that aren't, but it's like no, they pandering now. Oh, so but just like You want to be pandered to. That's the difference. They pander and they put a woman in something, or non-white straight male in something, that they pander. But when they put a white guy in it, then it's fine. That's not pandering, not pandering to white people, white men. And then when I've seen people do say, they're like, yeah, well, they should pander to white men. We make up more of the population. I'm like, so wait a minute. Everybody else supposed to just suck it up and say, hey, just play as a white guy. That they should be putting white guys as the main protagonists and stuff. Games or whatever, movies, what have you. Because they make up more of the population. Even though I think white women make up more population, I'm not sure. But they should do that instead, and everybody else sucks it up. Rather than having a few, non-white men here and there as the lead or something. It's like, I can't look at this. I can't, like, it's crazy. I'm like, you just literally admitting that you're either racist or sexist, and you're just like, I gotta be racist. I'm like, you haven't played this game. The first thing you see is a black, in this example, a black, I'm assuming she's Asian, black and Asian, just the way she looked, woman. You're saying it's woke, just off that. I'm like, and you expect me not to think you're racist? Like, you haven't played the game, obviously. You don't know anything. You haven't even seen any gameplay. You see a pre-rendered trailer. And you're like, well, I'm voting with my dollars. I don't want this because they're pushing agendas. But then, like I said, if I were to say, well, I'm not buying any more games with white people in it, or white people as the main protagonist, you'd be like, you would accuse me of being racist, wouldn't you? You'd be like, that's reverse racism. Because why can't you play again? Like, we've been doing that. And now they at least, some people trying to have more, like it's representation of diversity and things. And you're like, nah, that's DEI, some shit. Like, you wouldn't be doing that. You wouldn't trying to get pandering points with them. It's like, but you want to be pandered to. It's like, the whole argument is stupid. Especially when I saw people when they from this, but the game of year, because I know Astrobot won. I saw people on Twitter when I was at work. I didn't even realize that the game was happening at first until I saw before I went to work. I saw it was like coming, like it was waiting to go live, and I was like, oh shit, the game was happening. And then I was like, well, I gotta go to work. So I laid back down. I was like, I gotta go to work. So now I went to work. And so I just look at somebody and put the trailers together later on. And I happened to see that when people was talking about Astrobot, and they were talking about Stellar Blade should have won, and that's woke. And now I seen something, I think yesterday or earlier today. Well, not earlier today. It's like 10 in the morning, but it had been early yesterday, or maybe late day before yesterday. Somebody had the real video game awards. I was like, oh wow. And there's more people to pay money, like $30 to vote and shit. I'm like paying for this shit. But it's like, I mean, every time the person you want to win doesn't win, they were snubbed. It's like, okay, the person you want to win didn't win. Which is funny because they want to not having black people. They're like, why don't you make your own award show? Why you want people to cater to you? And all this stuff. Like, okay. But then when they start doing that, then they get mad when people get upset, like the BET. Well, I remember people get mad back in the day when like Eminem won, and they said we been segregated pretty much from other award shows, so it seems that way. And then we're like, okay, well, we got our own thing now. And then Eminem, which I was like, Eminem should have won that year, because it's like we don't need to be, discriminate like they do. we should be better than that. Should be like, well, they did it, so now we can do something like that. But now we're just as bad as they are. You're being prejudiced against them for them being racist. You know, just like it's like, but I mean, that doesn't really change anything. That just makes you more divided. You know, now you say, hey, we're not gonna accept any bullshit from you. That's different. You know, but anyway, it's like you can you complaining and say you're gonna vote with your dollars, and you want other people to do the same thing for shit you haven't even played yet. And I saw people, I did see people like, she's probably gonna be a lesbian. Like, why could she kill that? She shaved her head. Yeah, no woman does that and is still heterosexual. She must gonna be gay. What are you talking about? I mean, even if she is, so what? Like, I wouldn't mind if they in the story where she just didn't have a relate. Like, that's another trope from the past where it's like if there's a male and a female in the lead role, you can almost guarantee they are going to be in some type of relationship. They're gonna kiss. It's gonna be some sexual tension there, just because the man and woman there. You know, that's one thing. Like I think with Blade, like that. I think that was the first movie I noticed that you had a male and a female in protagonist, and they didn't hook up. Now, of course, you know things like Wesley Snipes, and you know why. Well, probably one of the reasons why, because they hooked up with the chick. And two, he didn't hook up. Well, actually, they did have a deleted scene where it's implied that they may have had sex, but they didn't have a sex scene as far as I know. But I did see the scene, and I was like, he's sitting there wearing a robe, sitting in a chair, and she got like her arms like around him and stuff. I was like, because I forget who came. I think it was it Scud or somebody came up to talk to him. Maybe that black guy who was a vampire. Who I forget his name. Because it was Nisa, and who was that guy? The black vampire who was with her when they first went to go see Blade. Assad, I think was his name. I think he said, "My name is Assad, and this is Nisa." But well, yeah, it's like in that he had a relation. Now in 3, he didn't have a relation because they had. It seemed like Ryan Reynolds and Jessica Biel had like something going on, or I don't know. They used to have something going on. Or they had like some like a little, little tension, little sexual tension. It wasn't like in your face, but it was like lingering there. And then you find out that they were talking about doing a spinoff with them too. And you're like, oh yeah, that's why. But that's what I'm saying. Like that, the first Blade, I was like, wait a minute, they didn't have any type of sexual tension. Like even because I mean, now I will say it would have been weird because the reason he saved her in that movie was because she reminded him of his mother in that moment. So to be like, I want to bang you would be a little weird. I mean, they didn't have to do the whole flashback to his mother thing. He could have just been like, he could just looked at her and just decided to help her in that moment. But yeah, it's like it's these tropes that have been well known through the past, and then people are like, okay, well let's move on. It's just like I said, jump scares, where if you're like, oh, we're getting tired of jump scare tropes, won't you do horror like Japanese people do, where they do it more like a psychological thing rather than doing cheap jump scares. Jump scares work. Like I don't really have a problem with jump scares because they do work. Are they cheap? Yes, but they work. Some people get mad that they work, and I will say they some people there's an over reliance of them. So that's why I say when you have a trope that becomes tiresome and you can do it over and over, it's like the whole mustache twirling, I'm evil for the sake of being evil villain. And then that was a trope that was constantly and stuff back in the day. And then they start having villains where they were more complex. They were less one dimensional. It it's like, huh, I can see that villain's point. Where I mean, the way they going about it is still, wrong and evil. But I get it. I get it. And like when people like bring up Killmonger or Thanos, for instance, or hell, even Lex Luthor to some extent. But even Lex Luthor, he's kind of like he's still the mustache because he's like, well, Superman is detrimental to humanity because they rely too much on him, and we won't progress, and we'll just let Superman take care of everything. But also, Lex Luthor is a narcissist, egotistical maniac who wants to be the top because he's like the most intelligent person on the planet. So and then this Superman's here, he's like, I can't compete with this. He's stronger than me, faster than me, and he's actually intelligent when they don't downplay his intelligence whenever Batman's around. Where they downplay everybody's intelligence other than like villains. But it's like he's like because he's the mustache twirling villain. But at the same time, I can understand that he doesn't want humanity to become complacent and just relying on, Superman to fix all our problems. But he wants to be the one in charge to do it, So, yeah. But anyway, I didn't mean to go on that tirade. Just when I read that stuff, I need to stop reading. I need to just delete Twitter. But I'm addicted. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed my reaction. When if you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button down below. Make sure to subscribe if you're new here. Hit that bell if you want to be notified when I upload new videos. Comment down below. Share this video. I'll see you next time.